ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। वर्ष नंबर 34। इंद्रियस्य इंद्रियस्यार्थे राग द्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्नावसम् आगच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ। See the translation. Attachment and aversion for the objects of the senses abide in the senses. Let none come under their influence, for they are his foe. See the one more time translation. Attachment and aversion for the objects of the senses abide in the senses. Let none come under their influence, for they are your foe. In previous mantra, we studied that Sri Krishna said, everything is being done by Prakriti. Then there is no freedom for everyone. If there is no freedom, then any injunctions cannot be given. All scriptures are always stating that you do this, you don't do this. But these injunctions can be applied if we are free. But everything is being done by the nature, by the Prakriti, then there is no meaning of such statements. That is why this mantra comes. Sri Krishna says, Indriyasya indriyasyarthe raga dveshau vyavastitau tayorna vasam agaccheta. So actually what happens? The indriya, sense organs, they are working in their objects. This is the process of the universe. Sense organs like eye is watching, ear is hearing, touch is touching. So 5 organs of sense, they are engaged in their objects. It is not a problem. It is good. If they not work, then there must be a problem. So Sri Krishna says, Indriyasya indriyasyarthe. These all indriyas are working. They are objects. It is okay. The problem arises, raga dvesau vivastitau. When we becomes under influence of raga and dvesha. Raga and dvesha means what? Raga dvesha means our attachment and our aversion, our liking and disliking. Then problems begins. I like this and I don't like this. Sri Krishna says, objects are here, you are here, and according to destiny, the such condition will come, the person will meet you, ups and downs in life will come. You cannot avoid it. The only problem arises when we attach something, someone. I started hating something or someone. Then raga dvesau vivastitau. If I am attached with something by someone, then my process of thinking, our quality of the thoughts changes according to object. Raga dvesau vivastitau. Suppose I am attached by someone. I am attached by something. Then I can misjudge. This is mine. This is mine. Sri Krishna says, thought will come in your mind. It is okay. By nature, by Prakriti what does? So according to Prakriti, in our mind, thoughts come. Sometimes Rajogun thought can come. Sometime Tamogun thought can come. So according to thought, according to condition, according to Sattva Guna, thought will come in my mind. So I do not have control on the thought. Anytime, any kind of thought can come. But Sri Krishna says, thought is inner mind. Then thought will make you to act. Tayorna basam agaccheta. Suppose in my mind thought comes, I want to fight with someone. I should fight. I must fight. So first thought came in my mind. And I started thinking to fight, how to fight. He is my enemy because of the dvesha. So I started thinking how to fight. It is not in your control. Thought will come in your mind. But Sri Krishna says, you can control your action. Your limit is you can control your act, your action. You cannot control your thoughts so easily. And what we do, we try to control our thought process without any preparation. It becomes more harmful. Thought can come, let them come. In my mind, sometimes bad thought come, sometimes good thought can come. Let them come. But I will not act. I will not take any action. It is in your hand. tayorna vasam agaccheta. Sri Krishna says, do not come under their influence. Now your duty starts. Your religion starts. Thought may say that you do this because of rag, because of attachment, because of dvesa. Your thought may say that you have to do it. Now, sadhana says, spiritual path says, you don't act. You act according to you are supposed to do. You act as your duties say. Not because of rag, not because of desha. So Sri Krishna says, Nayo tayorama basam agaccheta. Do not listen to them. So because of Sattva-guna, because of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, my mind, thought can come. I do not have any control over them. It's okay. If you do not act, your thought is useless. They cannot do anything. So your action is under you. Your thought is not in your hand. Yes, thought can be changed. It is a long process. But here, Sri Krishna says, do not think about thought. Just think about your action. Do not act. You do your duty. Tayorna basama gaccheta tauhyasya paripanthinau. Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, the raga and dvesha, these both are your enemy. Outsider enemy are not permanent enemy. Outside friends are not permanent friends. Sometimes friend becomes enemy, enemy becomes friend. So outside, in object level, the enmity, the friendship is not permanent. It changes. The real enemies are sitting inside. The real enemy. And because of these two, rag, dvesh, attachment and hatred. So outside enemies, nothing. They are just our rag. When reflects somewhere, it becomes my friend. See, when my rag, when my attachment, which is residing in my mind, and sometimes it reflects somewhere, in some person, in some condition, I become attached. And my dvesa, ghirana, is residing in my mind. When it reflects somewhere, any person, any object, that is my enemy. So enmity and friendship outside is not permanent. They are inside. They are always try to control you. Sri Krishna is giving warning to Arjuna. Do not come under their pressure. Sri Krishna is giving warning directly to Arjuna. Do not come. Do not listen them. Listen yourself. Listen your duty. Listen God. Yasya paripanthino. Now, next one. Shreyan swadharmo biguna paradharma swanushtitat swadharme nidhanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. I repeat one more time. Shreyan swadharmo biguna paradharma swanushtitat Swadharme nidhanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. See the meaning. Krishna says, Arjun, waiter is one's own duty, though it lacks in merit. Then the well-performed duty of another, waiter is a ruin in one's own duty, then the good fortune from another's duty. Very carefully listen this mantra. Do not misunderstand it. Do not misunderstand it. See very clearly, very clearly, Sri Krishna is giving warning. I repeat another time the translation. He says, better is one's own duty, though it lacks in merit. Then the well-performed duty of another, better is the ruin in one's own duty, then the good fortune from another's duty. Very important verse. Swadharme nidhanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. The first word Sri Krishna is using swadharma. What is your swadharma? Dharma does not mean religion. And one more thing, it has to be understood that dharma is not for society. Dharma is your own personal quality. Swadharma. Your own personal quality. The crowd never is a religious. Every person has its own religion. Dharma, religion, spirituality is my own personal property. My personal understanding. Your own personal understanding. So religion is not for mass. There is a social, there is a culture, there is ethic for the society. Society may be ethical. Society may be social. But society is not religious. Religion means what? Sri Krishna says Swadharma. Swa means your own personal. What is your own personal? Your money is not your personal. Your house is not your personal. Your car is not your personal. Your gold is not your personal. Your house, it may be belongs someone other before. Your money, which you have right now, it was with another person. So everything is running here and there. Even your body, this gross body, you may say that this is yours. For a little time, it is okay. So your own body, this body, your sense organs, your mind, your intellect, and your previous so many births, impressions, they make you. Your personality, what you are. Just forget about the self for some time. For some time, forget about the self. You are the self, you are the Brahman. Just forget. Except that, who are you? What is your personal belonging? Very personal. So your gross body is yours. Your body only belongs to you. Your mind, it belongs to you. Your sense organs belongs to you. Your intellect, it belongs to you. These are your personal. No one can share them. And my previous births, so many I have done activity, so I am carrying on so many past births impressions. So see, past births impressions, my mind, my intellect, my sense organs, this body, these all are my personal, my personality. The same place Ravana is living, in same place Vibhishana also. Their personalities are very different. Duryodhana was there, Yudhishthira also was there. They were totally different. So every person, every being has its own personality, own person, a special personality. In that condition, Sri Krishna says, that is you. Your body, your intellect, your mind, sense organs, your condition. They make you Swadharma. Now you have to choose what is my dharma. Not dharma does not reside in crowds. I said again and again. Dharma is not for crowd. You can say these are the Muslims, they are Hindus, they are Christians. These are the society. But religion, dharma is your own personal existence. Swadharma. So you have to find out what is my dharma. And I would say that again. Dharma is path of relaxation. The dharma is path of happiness. It is easiest way. Easiest way. What? Swadharme nidhanam sriya. But when we see, I am doing this, but another person is doing the another thing, and I think his dharma is better than me. Like, I think his car is better than me. I think his house is better than me. I think better than me. So Krishna says it may be. He's practicing maybe better than you. Sreyan sudharamo viguna paradharma sunishtita. If we are doing japa, it is very difficult. For an example, and some other is doing meditation. Meditation may be his own way. Japa may be your own way. So do not compare. Sri Krishna says, do not compare paradharma anushtitat. Madhusudan Saraswati wrote that if your mother is handicapped, can you accept other women as a mother? Because my mother is handicapped. No. Swadharma paradharma sanushthita. So whatever your dharma is, whatever condition suits you, easiest way. That is your dharma. If you don't understand, learn from a knowledgeable person. Shreyan sudharamo viguna. So very important thing is you have to understand what is my dharma. Arjuna was confused. He became confused because he was warrior. He was warrior. He was supposed to do war. But he became so confused. He said, "Oh Krishna, I want to go the Himalaya. I do not fight." Sri Krishna says, yes, going Himalaya is good. Doing austerity is good. Better than the war. But dharma is not your choice. See, dharma is not your choice. It is a path which has been given by the God. You have to follow. First, you identify your dharma, then you have to take instructions from the God, from the scriptures. So, dharma is not choice. I want to do this, I want to do this. No, it is not optional. The only thing is, the only decision you have to make that you have to identify, this is my dharma. I am fit for japa. I am fit for yajna. I am fit for pilgrimage. I am fit for charity. I am fit for fighting. Then, how to do japa? It is you have to learn. How to do charity? You have to learn. How to do yajna? You have to learn. Paradharma sunishtitat. So do not see another person, this is the good, this is the better dharma. No. Swadharme nidhanam shreya. Because Arjuna is a warrior. And Sri Krishna knew that if Arjuna will not fight and he would go to Himalaya, I am sure he will back after some time and would say, I will fight. Because going Himalaya is not his dharma. His dharma is fighting. So dharme nidhanam shreya paradharmo bhayabha. If in your religion, your character, your personality, if it is not good, even you have to do that. Now next, Arjun Uvach. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha kimichan kasyan kamaya nichannapi varsneya baladiva niyojita. I repeat. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varsneya baladiva niyojita. See the translation. Arjuna said, now then, O Krishna, implied by what does this man commit sin even against his wish, being concentrate by force as it were. I say again translation. Arjuna said, O Krishna, impelled by what does this man commit sin even against his wish, being forced by as it were. Another very, very important question. It may be yours question also. Very psychological question. To make understand this mantra, I would like to share a small incident with Lord Sri Krishna and Duryodhana. Before this war, Sri Krishna went to the Duryodhana And he said, he tried to make understand Duryodhan to avoid this war. He said, give some part of your kingdom to the Pandava, and war can be avoided. This is the religion. So Krishna gave a long discourse to the Duryodhan. And Mahabharata says, having heard the discourse given by the Lord Sri Krishna, Duryodhan said, "Oh Krishna, whatever you are saying, I know. Whatever you are suggesting me to do, I know that. So knowledge is not my problem. I know everything. I know. I can also give a discourse. And I'm sure I can give discourse better than you. So knowledge is not problem. And in this age where we are living in this society is the, I think, the best society. That society knows everything. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purisha. We know everything. Before ancient time, there were knowledgeable persons. They were very rare. The common man was mass. They were ignorant. But now, we have informations. So, understand what the difference between knowledge and informations. Now we have informations, not knowledge. We get informations from the family. We get informations from the schools, from the colleges, from the here and there, from the internet. So we have so many resources to get informations. And we collect huge amount of information in our mind. And these hugeless informations are just nothing, just a hugeness. Knowledge is not happening. This knowledge, this understanding, this information will not work. Sri Krishna says, Atha kena prayuktoyam. Duryodhan said, "Oh Krishna, this is not my problem. I know everything. My problem is, even though I know, I cannot act. Even though I know this is the good, it should be done, but I cannot. So my problem is action. Knowledge is not my problem. In the society, everyone is facing same problem. We know everything. Nothing new I am going to say you. You know everything. The only problem is action. We cannot act. Atha kena prayuktoya." So Duryodhan said, I think in my heart there is a divine force. And that divine force make me to do. So I am not responsible. So see the answer of Duryodhan. He said, "Oh Krishna, I know what is good, what is bad, what is religion, what is not religion, but I cannot act because any divine force is sitting within me, and that force will make me, and I do whatever I am doing. So I am not responsible." This is answer which was given by the Duryodhan. Now here, Arjuna is asking, O Krishna, Kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. Sometime we know this is the good, but we cannot do that. Even knowing that, we are not able to do that. It seems someone by force make us to do that. I remember an incident which happened. Kalidas wrote in his very famous book, Avigyan Shakuntalam. Once Raja went to the forest and he saw there is a lady, a girl, and the king fell in love with that girl. Then thought comes in his mind, I am the king. I am not supposed to marry the girl which is a Rishi's daughter. The daughter of Rishis is higher than me. So I am not supposed to marry with that girl. But in my mind, thought had come to marry with that girl. It was Dushyant. Then he thought so many times, and finally Kalidas wrote, Satam hi sandeha padesu vastusu pramanam antakarana pravirtaya. If you are pure, your heart is pure, without any rag and dvesh, then you are the supreme authority. Your inner voice is with all scriptures. You listen to your inner voice. Every time, it will say you right path. That your inner voice will show you right path. This is right path and this is wrong path. We are not able to study all scriptures. We are not able to study all Vedas. But if you listen yourself, carefully, you will get answer properly. This path is right, this path is wrong. When someone commits sin, the inner voice will tell, no, this is not good. This is not good. But because of rag, even though he does, and after one time, after two times, it becomes habit. But very first time, if you listen to your inner voice, you can understand very easily this path is right and this path is wrong. So Dushyant said, if my mind says this girl is, I can marry with that, it means it is not a Rishi's daughter. This was Shakuntala. So question is here, Arjuna is asking, so many times, I am not ready to do any activity, any sin, but because I am made by force. So what is the cause? Now next one, Sri Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Uvach. Kama yesha krodha yesha rajo guna samudbhava mahasano mahapapma viddhenam iha vairinam. I repeat, Kama yesha krodha yesha rajo guna samudbhava mahasano mahapapma viddhi enam iha vairinam. Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, this desire this anger born of the Rajas Gun is the great devourer, the great sinner. Know this to be the enemy here. See the answer. Now, I will take again the point of Duryodhana. Duryodhana said, I know what is good, what is bad, but I am not able to do because someone is sitting in my heart and he makes me to do. Now, this is the answer which was given by the Krishna. Sri Krishna says, no. Kama yesha krodha yesha. We commit sin because of our desire, because of our anger. Our anger and our desire. Two words he used. Rajogun samudbhava, these both are out of Rajoguna. See, there are three gunas. Sattva, Raj and Tam. When there is some Sattva guna, you are calm, quiet. If there is Tamoguna, you are lazy. You may be in deep sleep. But when Rajoguna is there, then what happens? Activity. Activity means what? When we understand that worldly objects are cause for happiness. See, the very, very meaningful. When we understand that this particular object, this anything is cause for my happiness, then this object becomes importance to us. And I becomes attached with that object. If I understand that object will make me happy, this person will make me happy, then I become attached. If I understand that this will not give me happiness, so it's okay for us. Kama yesha krodha yesha. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, if you don't want to do something, even though you are doing by force, it is not any God inside. Do not blame God. It is your desires. It is your anger. See, before it is desire, I want this object, this person, this condition will make me happy. So I want it. I want it. So one thing becomes more strong. I want. After that, what happens? Krodha, anger, frustration. If someone is more frustrated, it means that person has many desires and unfulfilled. See, every person has desires. Every person has unlimited desires. They could not become fulfilled by even God. So every person has so many desires, and these desires are unfulfilled, but you can make calm yourself. If you are not attached too much, if someone is attached deeply, desires are unfulfilled, frustration will come. No one can stop. Frustration will come. Frustration says that you are deeply attached by something, by someone, you are not getting that. It is anger. It is a frustration. Very beginning is what desire. At a result, it is a anger. It is a frustration. And because of that frustration, we make frustrated everyone. If I am in family, I will make frustrated everyone. If I am society. So because of my anger, my frustration, I will try to make everyone frustrated. I am taking revenge. So Sri Krishna says, Kama esha krodhesh Arjun. Your inside, within you, there is a rag, there is a desire, and there is anger. They both are your enemy. Vairinam. Sri Krishna says, again he says, again, enemy. Enemy is not outside. Enemy is very, very in your personality, in your mind, very. We are searching here and there, but they are sitting very safe place. Mahasano Mahapapma. If you want to overcome this condition, what should you do? The only solution is you reduce your Rajoguna. Rajoguna. If you can reduce your Rajoguna, slowly, slowly your desires becomes less. Otherwise, Sri Krishna says, Mahasano. Mahasano means it eats unlimited. It eats unlimited. Remember, so many desires we have, and we tried as much as possible to fulfill them. Sri Krishna says, this is not your fault. You are trying in your level base. Ravan was tried and he failed. In this entire world, there is no any single person yet who fulfilled their desires. You can be free from the desires. You cannot fulfill the desires. Ravan could not make it possible. Where we are. Because it is not your fault, this is desire by nature. It cannot be fulfilled. It is its nature. Mahasano Mahapapma, and in this desire, in this anger, anyone can commit any sin. See? Sri Krishna indicates. Because of the desire and because of the anger, anyone can commit any sin, any sin. We are committing sin, and if you find out the reason, you will get only two reasons which are given here. Try to find out. There is no other reason. There may be desire or frustration. So, conclusion is, in our heart, in our mind, in our intellect, there is kama, desires, and anger. They make us forcefully to do that whatever you even do not want to do. They make you pressurize. Now, last one. Dhumena briyate vannir yatha darsho malena cha yato vela uto vel lena brito garavas tatha teneda mavritam. I repeat one more time. Dhumena briyate vannir yatha darsho malena cha yato vena brito garava tatha teneda mavritam. The translation is, as fire is enveloped by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, and as a fetus remains covered in the womb, so in the shrouded by that. See the translation again. Here are three examples. As fire is covered by the smoke, as a mirror by dust, and a fetus remains enclosed in the womb, so in this shrouded by that. Sri Krishna is giving three examples. How it works. He gives three examples. One example is fire. We have three gunas, Sattva guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Okay? So Sattva, Raj, and Tam. So first example is connected with the Sattva guna. Sattvic desire. I want to be liberated. This is my desire. Mumuksha. I want to study scriptures. I want to do some charity. I want to do some japa. So these all are desires. These desires are sattvic. Example is like fire is covered by the smoke. When fuel is wet and we want fire, and first comes smoke. Smoke is there and fire is not visible. Smoke can be seen far away. So this example is for sattvic desires. I want to be liberated. I want to get study. I want to do some charity. Yes, they are desires. But these desires are not so deeply harmful as smoke covers fire. But smoke is not so solid. It can be removed very easily. Any breeze will come and smoke will disappear. Even smoke is there, you can feel the heat of the fire. If desires for the liberation is there, if the desire of the study is there, you can feel the consciousness. It will not cover so much. Even though the smoke is the proof of the fire, so your desire for liberation is the proof of consciousness. Another type desires are rajas. I have to do my duties, bodily duty. I am supposed to do the responsibility of my family. So I have money, I need money, I will do job, I take money, and I will perform my duties. I need this, I need this, I need this. These are rajasic. Here example is like the mirror is covered by the dust. When there is a dust in the surface of the mirror, you cannot see your reflection properly. So we remove the dust. So removing of the dust and removing of the smoke is different. Smoke can be removed by the ear also. But for dust, you have to do something. So your duties or bodily duties are also covered it And third is tamasic desires. Tamasic desires are negative desires. Negative desires. I want to get hurt that person. I want to kill that person. I want to defeat that person. I want to insult that person. So negative desires, they are tamasic. So negative desires, rajasic desires, and sattvic desires. Sri Krishna says these three kinds of desires, they covers your knowledge, your understanding. Dhumena briyate vanni yatha darsho malinicha. So be careful. Sattvic desires are not so harmful. They will help you. So remove Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Then you will listen, it will work. Without reducing them, you can listen, you can read, you can collect information, but all is well. Nothing working. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sankaram Sankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Puna Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti